Pisces, let's lock in. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. And I appreciate you guys tapping in. Let's turn this down here a little bit. Oh, Pisces, how you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? You know what I'm saying? Mutable water. We have the full moon approaching. Let me pull the zodiac chart up real quick. And so I have it up on my other screen here. Perfect. Yeah, so we do have the moon in Virgo right now. It's actually opposite the moon. So you're gonna get your reading with the moon opposite Virgo and things of that nature. So we can kind of just touch on that a little bit. But you know, Pisces, you being immutable water, right? And the moon in Virgo, right, is kind of opposite your energy. So as a Pisces, you know, sun, moon, rising, the moon in its opposite energy in itself for you. The moon deals with and corresponds to your emotional state, right? Your waters, your internal waters, memory, forms of consciousness, things like that. For you, you know, it's a little bit more of an opposition towards, you know, maybe getting clear, getting organized, a little bit more routine or structured towards what you got going on, really, you know, what you want to uphold and things of that nature, how you take actions, right? Maybe you need to, this may be a good time for you, Pisces, right now to cultivate that routine and structure organization around your actions, so you know you can actually pursue that 100%, right? So this will be within correspondence with the full moon, because the full moon is going to be in Libra. So right now, obviously Virgo is the 6th house, Libra is the 7th house. We have this full moon approaching real soon. We're only 17 degrees or so. No, we're probably only like 14 degrees right now around this transit. So like I said, it's a little bit opposing you. So this is opposite your own emotional state and things of that nature. You may be noticing yourself utilizing that opposite energy, like getting organized and things of that nature. Is a little bit more uncomfortable for you to do, but you know it's important, so you actually can show up for yourself, right? To shape the dream, especially in terms of the finances, communication, right? There may be things to kind of put in place to stand on those such things, you know, especially with, you know, relationships, finances, Venus, as well in your sign, Pisces, and Mercury there as well. Okay, so Mercury now going direct, Venus in retrograde. It may be important for you to kind of organize right now certain routines, cultivate certain routines, forms of organization, diets, health, and things of that nature around what you got going on in the areas of, you know, previous ways of making money, previous ways of earning finances, possibly previous relationships as well, or business partnerships that may be important to double back on. Maybe you need to like Earth signs is very paperwork, very hands-on. I can see paperwork on old contracts and clearing out old shelves, old books, old things that you used to be around your routines and things of that nature, Pisces. So this full moon can help you, you know, kind of do that right now. This moon transit in Virgo can help you do that right now, and then it'll highlight the full moon to help you incorporate a more balanced lifestyle with the moon being full in Libra, okay, in the sign of Libra. That's the balance for you that's going to be incorporated. It's the balance of routine, and then the balance of finances, right? And ways of communication. Mercury, right? Mercury deals with finances, deals with local neighborhood stuff, local trips, local travel, things of that nature, local vehicles and stuff like that. Of course, Mercury is now direct in Pisces. Maybe the retrograde, you may have dealt with certain things, working through certain things that deal with transportation and things like that in your local neighborhood, etc. Okay, so this would be a good time to kind of focus on diet, health, routine, structure, stuff like that. Close that door. You know what I'm saying, close that door. All right, but as far as your energy, we're gonna get into it. So we're pulling out the three decks today for you. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Aquarian energy right in the middle. I see some Lovers energy as well. Of course, Pisces, Venus is exalted in Pisces, so this could be like a very harmonious time for you in terms of love. Okay, in terms of love or relationships. Okay, so you can, you may notice yourself around this period, you know, new love and things of that nature around the next, I would say next 2, 3, 4 weeks and things of that nature, maybe a little bit previously as well. You may notice yourself kind of doubling down on certain relationships and kind of looking where you need to mend or correct certain relations or business partnerships and just stuff like that, guys, because it's retrograde, it's kind of cleaning up the old, okay? You may notice past relationships come through with that retrograde energy and stuff like that, okay? Based upon the energy that comes through, it'll let you know what you need to clear, what you need to work on, what you should be aware of, and things of that nature. If you don't notice anything double back, then like you've likely caught up with that energy. You know, that's how it plays out. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. How you guys feeling though, Pisces? You know, you're paired up with Sag, so you do get your reading the same day as Sagittarius. If you have any strong Sagittarius charts or placements in your chart, make sure you go watch the Sagittarius reading on the channel or send a Sag that reading. All right, I appreciate you guys in advance, those who do so. Okay, let me just make sure I'm not clipping here. Turn that down. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. That looks like a healthy range. Okay, so I want to give this a shuffle. We have some underlining stories right now with the Prince of Wands. Let's see what the collective is looking like. We're going to be pulling 2 clarity cards from our playing card deck right here as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And we're going to be pulling 2 cards from the Goddess Power Oracle. Okay, this is going to be the guidance card. Okay, at the end of the reading, that's going to give us the steps that follow and guidance to move forward. Okay, kind of get that clarity on our pursuit. All right, a couple volunteer cards coming out. We have the Prince of Wands. I do feel like this could be you. This could be your energy, the Prince of Wands, like child fire, like your ability to learn or go after something, right? And I feel like this is tied to the Eight of Discs. You're the one, like, I think you're showing up for yourself to put in the work here, Pisces. It could be someone coming in to help you here, possibly a younger figure, but I feel like you have this level of drive to pursue your own thing within your own time, your own cycle, right? And Cancerian energy, water, right? You could have Cancer in your chart or Cancer, no Cancer, but Cancer lets me know that this deals with accomplishments. This deals with the pursuit of success. Okay, so how are you pursuing? And this lets me know success and accomplishments are soon to be pursued, and that's what you're going after. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then there may be certain things that you've been distracted by. So this card here, the Chariot, some of my collective, it's time to find your focus, and get clear. You know, getting clear with those things. So it's important for you to find your focus, get clear. That way you can actually move towards the success, right? Because if you don't have a level of focused attention, yeah, good luck. See, Fortune, 2 of Discs, change. Pisces, your foundation is changing. Looks like you're possibly a work situation, seeing a change in finances. I definitely see an understanding here with the 6 of Swords, okay? There's an understanding of the mind. There's an understanding of the thought forms and intellect that you provide, that you have, that you perceive, right? How you perceive the world. I do think that there is with the Tower card, this is the outcome here. This is the calm before the storm. It's happening, okay? But this is shaking up your foundation. But at the same time, it's happening because you're changing. I think it's either your value system has changed, right? Or like your experience has shaped what you want to uphold. I think everything that you went through with the Jupiterian energy has really shaped what you want to uphold and who you really want to show the world that you are. You know, what you want to show the world that you are. You see what I'm saying? So that right there is good. So it's kind of going to shake. It's kind of like tearing down and coming and rebuilding with the Tower here. This isn't something that may feel harmonious, although maybe it will, because the 6 of Swords is the science card. Lets me know that this is working in your favor. Okay. And in order to progress, you will have to kind of tear down and rebuild. Maybe your value system or experiences were unaligned, or your experiences were unaligned with your values, and that's what you're tearing down to rebuild. Okay, so I kind of like that for my collective. I see the Prince of Swords here as well, which lets me know more Prince energy. The Prince, guys, like I said, I don't know if this is something coming in for you, or this is you showing up for yourself, right? But it's very important for you to be mindful of that. As and maybe I'll do a book collection one day, guys. As you see, like, you know, what I'm saying, bunch there, bunch up top behind me. I've had a request here and there for them, but yes, let's continue. I want to look into. Let's tap into the princes real quick. Let's tap into this prince energy real quick before we get too deep into into the spread, into your spread. I want to just tap into. Okay. The Prince of Wands. Okay, Prince of Wands represents the airy part of fire. Air expands and feeds fire. Yep. Yeah, those two elements they work in tandem, right? So, you know, when you blow on fire, the fire gets larger, right? So this is like the intellect. See, this is why I think like this could be you showing up, which is I'm glad I tapped into this because this can be you, right? With it's like you're alchemizing your intellect, okay, with your spirit, and this is what's aiding the fire to have a direction because your intellect is like your wind. It's like you have the gust of wind. It's like your intention, and now the wind can blow the fire in a specific area or a specific direction. You see what I'm saying? Air expands and feeds fire, making it more volatile. This prince has swiftness and strength in his convictions. He is inclined to act on impulse and may be too easily led by external factors. He is often overly passionate, especially when expressing an opinion, but the contradiction is that he may not necessarily believe what he is violently arguing for. He can state a vigorous proposition for the sake of stating it. Okay? He is essentially just, but always feels that justice is not to be attained in the intellectual world. Mm. His mm. His character is intensely noble and generous. He may be extravagant boaster. He may be an extravagant boaster, while slyly laughing both at objects of his boast and himself for making it. Okay. His sense of history and tradition are more romantic than inflexible. His sense of humor is such that many may fear his ridicule, but he is not vicious in character. His courage is fantastically strong. He has great stamina. He is always fighting against the odds and always wins in the very long run. Huh. This is like an energy of someone who is like triggering, but not purposely. But like, it's like not purposely triggering. Very interesting. With the princes. Okay. And before I move on from that prince, I wanted to. Yeah, the Prince of Swords. This represents the airy part of air, right? So the airy part of air. This prince is an intellectual and represents the perfect picture of the mind, okay? His chariot is drawn by winged children, looking and leaping irresponsibly in any direction that takes their fancy. They are not reined in at all by him, okay? Reined. So like they're not they're not forced by him, okay? This is the way the mind works for most of us. On the head of this prince is nevertheless a child's head radiant, for there is a secret crown in the nature of this card. In his right hand is a lifted sword to create. Okay. In his right hand is a lifted sword to create. But in his left hand is a sickle, so that what he creates, he instantly destroys. A person thus symbolized is purely intellectual. He is full of ideas and designs which tumble over each other. He is a mass of fine ideas unrelated to practical effort. He has all appearance of thought in the highest degree, intensely intensely clever, admirably rational, but unstable of purpose. In reality, indifferent even in his own ideas, as knowing that any one of them is just as good as any other. The appearance of this card in a reading may well be asking, where are you being impractical and caught up in overthinking? Yeah, which is good because I like that. That's an underlining story at the bottom of the deck, right? As we're shuffling, because we've seen the Six of Swords, which is a science, and it lets me know that this has been working. It's like the mind has been working where you haven't been overthinking now. Okay, you don't have much room to generally overthink. Genuinely overthink, and we're 15 minutes in now. But hey, this week, we haven't been rushing the readings at all. To be honest, we've taken our sweet time with them, and really wanting to get clear with what's coming through. So this is more like an extensive reading for you here, Pisces. We did extensives for like all signs this week, and if this is a segment that you like on the channel with the more extensive readings, let us know down below. We do plan on doing something like that for our members only when that time is right. But you guys are like an extensive every now and then. I don't mind pulling out some other decks and things of that nature, and we can start tapping into other energies. I'm gonna start doing some collective lives, some collective live streams and stuff like that. Pisces, let us know how you've been feeling. We have the full moon this Saturday, okay? In the energy of Libra. Always remember that the most important part of Triple Three's Tarot is you. The first card that we got coming out is the Eight of Swords. This is the interference card. And, of course, interference could seem like, damn, what's interfering with me? But at the same time, this is you getting in your own way. See, I think with all the air energy that we've been talking about and discussing today, it's you learning to step out of your own way because you were your own interference at one point, okay? You were your own interference at one point. A lot of people are getting this card, man. It's like the winding road. It's like people, I don't know if my collective is doing something for a period of time, for a long period of time. It's like you're getting older or like more mature. And old ain't shit. I say old, I mean like mature, like you've been doing something for a long period of time. So you're looking back, like you're looking back at the winding road. Like, guys, from when we start something to when we finish, that's a completed chapter, right? So what path is that for you? There's something that you're kind of looking at in regard to your surroundings, your neighborhood, locality, and things of that nature. Like, what's the next step? What's the next move with this thing? Could be online, social media, marketplace, digital, creative, right? Especially you being Pisces and Mercurial energy, vocation. Maybe you're thinking about doing a business or career that has to utilize your voice, right? I think whatever you're doing here as a hidden influence, the Queen of Discs, you've been in this energy of receiving, okay? Within your surroundings, within your space, within your neighborhood, your house, your room, your local, wherever you are, you're kind of just open to receive. It's not like you're just open to receive, but you're very perceptive on what you receive, okay? You're very perceptive on what you receive in your environment and surroundings, and that's what's dictating your mental understanding and shifting and making the adjustments in your mind, and you curating your surroundings and environment because you're understanding, okay, these people, places, and things, these people, this neighborhood, okay, I like them. I don't really want to do too much in the long run with these people. I don't really want to be around here for too long. I want to go over here. It's the consideration you've been receiving information from your surroundings based upon your perceptivity, okay, and your perception. Oh, sorry. There we go. Next card we have Five of Wands, strife. So there is a change, Leo energy. There's definitely a change on one, how you express yourself, how you show up for yourself, how you express, how you lay the foundation. I think you realize that your emotional stability, like your emotion, you have power in your emotion, and your emotion, getting good with that and laying that foundation, is what curates, what you want to express and how you express yourself. Okay. Because others' perspective lets me know that others may be looking at you like you've changed, or you're changing, or you've changed how you do things and things of that nature. And it's because of the practical understanding and disciplinary energies that this external thing had on you. The way you perceive this external thing, it wasn't resonating with you. That's why I had you overthinking for a little while with the Ten of Swords in the middle, right, as an obstacle to overcome. See, Scorpio energy, water. See, we've seen Cancer in your energy, we've seen Scorpio, and this is for Pisces. So it looks like you're tapping into, look, like the water signs may be connected right now, in terms of some stuff. I don't remember what majors Scorpio had. We haven't did Cancer yet, but for you Pisces, we've seen this Cancerian energy and we've seen the Scorpio energy. Okay, the fixed energy, the mutable, the fixed energy, and the cardinal. Okay. Within obstacles to overcome, the Princess of Cups in your current energy right here. The princess is the earth element. The princess is the earth element, earth attribute of the water. Okay, so this is like the understanding of the connection. This is the understanding of the fulfillment and why and where you get your areas where you get fulfilled. Where you notice certain areas of fulfillment for you in your life. Ten of Swords, obstacle to overcome. Overthinking may have been hard for you because, like, you used to be your own worst enemy, with overthinking. And I'm seeing overthinking cause a lot of inaction. But you've had to adjust your mental understanding towards your connections, towards your fulfillment, and towards your relationships, especially because we seen the Six of Swords previously. That's the energy of making it work and understanding harmony, right? Harmony within the mind. And I feel like this card would if it would go anywhere here, would go in between the Princess and the Eight, or like even here, because you used to overthink. Now you're making it work. It's an obstacle for you to stop overthinking. It just requires patience because you figured out a way to make it work so you're not overthinking. You have this new form of understanding so that you don't overthink. It just that may just not happen overnight, and it may require you to trust and have some patience with the way that you're now communicating or articulating yourself. Taurus energy, Five of Discs, worry. I know you may be worried about this outcome, and this is maybe why you're overthinking. And it's interesting because this, now that I'm reading this, Pisces, this is like a life reading. This is not just business. It's not just your relationships. This is a holistic life reading for you specifically. And we always do life readings for all signs. But like sometimes I pick up certain things, whether it's for business, career, relationships. Like for you, this is like everything. This is everything, okay? Because the overthinking is what stopped you in your tracks. The best path for you to walk down is a Scorpio, is to go through your personal transformation, is to walk in the feeling state, is to cultivate a fixated feeling state for yourself. Maybe that mutable energy has been, because that may be energy you need to embody, the Scorpio energy being the best path for you to walk down. Because maybe that mutable energy is a little bit too, it may be a little bit, you may not find stability there, to where maybe you're starting something and then you leave it. It's airy. It's too airy. We've seen the Prince of Swords. That's that airy. It's intellect, information, but it never has a sense of practicality. And to bring it down to earth, to bring it down to Malkuth. So what are you incorporating now to actually bring the intellect down and make it make sense, right? Because this is from going from just in the mind to in the real world. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna pull 2 cards from the playing card deck. Okay, this is gonna be 2 clarity cards for us. Right as I do that, I'm gonna adjust myself accordingly, nicely. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is pull 2 mystery cards from the playing card deck, right? And this right here is going to be our clarity cards. This is going to give us the clarity needed on next steps, okay? Next steps, moving forward. But we need to get clear, tying the energies together. With this Scorpio energy, you may know a Scorpio. If you do know a Scorpio, it could be someone to connect with, lock in with, maybe a friend or friend group. I'm not too sure, but I'm hearing walk towards your personal transformation. Walk towards where you feel your power, where you step into your power, and where you have more control over your own individual life. 2 cards coming out for you, okay, is the first, the 3 of discs. Someone else got this as well. You may want to watch their reading. If I remember, I will put it down below or at the end of the video. But someone else got this week. Okay, so you may be tapping in, you may be working with them or tapping in with them. I think it's like Virgo. Might be Virgo, might be a mutable thing, but yeah, check that out because this is the union. This is the union. You're coming together with 3 may be significant, 3 people, 3 on the 3rd or the 13th. 3 may be significant. 33 years old, 13 years old, things of that nature. But maybe 3 years old as well. But I'm hearing this is the union or sometimes even celebration of people coming together, multiple parties coming together. So especially because I'm seeing the king of clubs, right? This is you giving grand support. So there's something you're going to be giving grand support to that has to do with actions. Like you're helping someone take actions, and that may be just it may help them take action because how you take action is unique to you. You've had to change how you take action based upon your own individual expression, right, and your own individual foundation and values. The outcome card is the 5 of discs. This is the change of understanding, the change of the mind, and the change of values. Okay, because how you relate to your ways of understanding, not even that, how you communicate your ways of understanding is going to change. Okay, Mercury. So Mercury in Taurus. So you're now communicating your forms of understanding instead of running into the energy of worry. Whatever does allow you or puts you in the energy of worry, you can now articulate it because you have an understanding of it. Because you know that instead of why worry when you can just communicate your forms of understanding. And the transformation is teaching you how to articulate and communicate your forms of understanding. That's something that you may have not been used to before, especially as a water sign. You're more closed off, right? You're more internal. You're yin sang. You're a yin sign, okay? So overly expressing yourself isn't something that you're keen to all the time, okay? Understand your own natures and understand how to go beyond it and understand how to become the highest version of it or the highest octave of it, right? Ascend beyond it to where certain things don't affect you because you've learned how to maneuver certain things, right? So you can truly become an adeptus or a magician or an alchemist, things of that nature. Give me guidance for Pisces. Give me guidance for Pisces as we close out here. Guidance card for Pisces. Dang. Oracle cards are bigger as well, so they take a little longer for things to like pop out, you know. Give me guidance. Come on, Spirit. Give me some guidance for Pisces. What they got going on? They don't need no guidance? Pisces don't need no guidance? Shit. Well, you're right, Pisces. You the one giving grant support, so you know what I'm saying? You said, I don't need nothing right now. I don't need nothing right now. Which is good, because the energy of not being in the energy of need or the energy of lack, you're in the energy of abundance. You're not needy. You're not in needy energy. You're in that giving. You're in that abundant energy. You're in that flow, keeping that flow and that cycle going. Okay. Give me clarity for Pisces, please. Clarity for Pisces. Clarity for Pisces. Ooh, something almost wants to come out. Clarity for Pisces. Clarity for Pisces. Okay. Something almost wants to come out. See this right here? We have underlining the sun. 51, 6 could be significant. Could be 51 years old. Could have a child that's 6 as well. The sun, Yushi. So this kind of wants to make itself known. If it does pop out, you know, because I like to make sure Spirit gives me that confirmation. So Spirit, if that is a confirmation, just let me know. Send it out again. That is perfectly fine. Right, but just give me some guidance and let me know that that is the energy that you want Pisces to be guided by, you know, and if so, show itself to us again. If not, let's continue moving forward and providing some clear guidance for Pisces, okay? Okay, we have some hop skippies. What was that? Hop skippies. Okay. Fine, let's see. Give me clarity for Pisces. Show me clarity for Pisces. Guidance, please. Because you guys get to see this stuff in real time. Sometimes, and this lets me know. This lets me know too. Y'all may be overthinking with how long this stuff may be coming out. So there's something that you may be having in your life, especially with all the air energy, where you guys may be overthinking, and that's a lot of times where we see shuffles take very long. Okay, let me grab this one that fell. Oh, it's a nice card too. I love that color. Oh, I love that energy for you. This is like the nicest card in here. Oh my goodness, I love that. My favorite color. And things of that nature, and like I like how I don't know, it just looks very Martian-y. Co-creation though, 49. Okay, you guys got 49. Co-creation. Numbers were similar. You guys got up there, right? We seen 51, which is 6, and then we see 49. Okay. 13, numerology 4. You may need to pay attention to your forms of understanding, practical understanding. Okay. Practical communication. Foundation. Pay attention to your value system. Could need to pay attention to your home life as well. Certain things that are going on within the home right now. Like I think I'm hearing if you're cultivating a home situation for you. Like I'm hearing if you're in a home situation, you gotta stand up and shape it. Shape your home the way you want it. Cultivate your lifestyle. See what I'm saying? You have a lot of energy of co-creation here, and I mentioned this in one of our readings, you know. So Pisces, I resonate. Co-creation. I'm actually a Pisces rising, so shout out to my Pisceans out there. Let's pull out my Aqua Pisces rising, just so y'all know. Just so y'all are aware of your reader. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why that just flopped out like that. That hit my hand, but generosity. Okay, well, shoot, that fell. Let me get another shuffle, guys. Give me. I'm actually gonna pull the book out for that as well. So just kind of stay with us. We're gonna pull the book out and kind of get into the insights of that as well. So we're gonna kind of give you an alignment message and some steps to move forward. Okay. Okay. The past. Ooh, I love this because someone got this card this week. Someone else got this card this week. 37. Okay. 10. Completing a cycle. And then we have Kali, liberation, 26, could be 26 years old, okay, 37 and 49. 37, 37, 49 and 26 years old. Numerology 8. Life path number 8, life path number 10 or 1, and a life path number 4, okay? You could also have fourth house could be significant to you. The first and the 10th house could be significant to you. And the 8th house will be significant to you, okay, Pisces? This is astrological ways of working with your natal chart, with yourself, okay? And maybe look at these areas in your life. Especially because I'm seeing Scorpio. It's ruling the 8th house. There may be some mysterious like things, or you need to like go towards the mysteries, go towards your spirituality, go towards the occult like things, the mysterious like the hidden like things. What's hidden? What's hiding? And reveal it, right? Especially the fact that it's the best path for you to walk down. You got to walk the scorpionic path, walk the path of the 8th house, right? And that's where you'll find liberation. Liberation. This 8th house deals with chunky money. 8th house deals with, you know what? Let's actually pull out. I know it's okay. We're done the reading. Well, not necessarily yet. We're gonna get the book, and then we're done the reading. But right now, I'm gonna show you guys something special. Okay, just hang tight with me. Hang tight with me real quick. I don't want to show too much in here, things of that nature. There we go. Okay, so y'all, I got 2 screens, so like y'all can check this out, right? So this is our house system right here. So this is careers based upon the house system. Okay, so this right here is great because, and I have everything laminated, guys. I'm professional with my study. Okay, so with that being said, 8th house like things for you, that may be the best path for you to walk down. So for you, for example, we're talking about we're talking career related to transformation, kundalini energy, other people's money, the subconscious, insurance, death, the occult, that which is hidden, or upheavals and changes. Okay, so we have things like you could be a broker, you could be a banker. Maybe you're into the stuff like this, astrology, occult, tarot, any work that helps others who are going through change or transformation, right? Diagnostician, financial planner, hospice worker, insurance agent, mortician, psychologist, researcher, therapist, transformational coach. This is what I'm a Scorpio sun, so we utilize a lot of, my planetary ruler, and things of that nature, which would be my rising sign technically, which would then be Jupiter and the ruler of Aquarius, which is Saturn and Uranus, and then Jupiter and Neptune. So I'd have 4 planetary rulers based upon my rising sign being Aqua Pisces, okay? That's going to give you a real life example on how to look at planetary rulers, okay? But because I'm a Scorpio sun, obviously that in itself has Pluto energy. It's attached to Pluto energy, okay? So I uphold and shine and express Pluto-like energy, okay? Which is all 8th house, obviously astrology, transformation, therapy, etc., okay? We do have, let's get into some other numbers real quick. We do have 49, okay? 49, we do see 13. 13 to 4, okay? So this is stuff within the home. You may have, this is the Cancerian energy, okay? With the 4th house, with the fourth house here. So the 4th house would be, for example, right here. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have, yeah, there we go. Just so you guys can see, right? Career related to the home, real estate, the earth, right? Things of that nature, earth like things, right? Because 4 is an earth. 4 is an earth number in terms of numerology and associations, right? 4 deals with the element of earth, okay, which is practicality, not like terra firma malakuth, okay? Earth is just an element. It's a byproduct of the other elements that then manifests afterwards, okay? This is why earth signs can seem slow, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it's just what it seems like on the surface. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. But it's surface, so you have to be able to go beneath the surface to know an earth sign. So you know, like Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and things of that nature, they may not seem like relatively the type to be in so you talk a lot of depths with, but they are when you like so like a lot of them are when you get to know them. Remember, Earth is a yin element too, so it's very it's very has a similar trait to water. Okay, so let me not get too deep into that, but yeah, we need like a numerology segment for you here, okay, Pisces. But we have fourth house energy, okay. So this is any job, an institution, cab driver, fisherman, founder of an institution, gardener, homemakers, nursing, owning owning a shop, owning a shop or office, becoming a teacher, stepping into real estate, vehicle related work such as car salesman, working from home, working with family members, right? I have a Cancer, sixth house. So, for example, my house of work routine, it deals with Cancer. I work from home. I do everything from home and things of that nature. So that's how you can angle your chart and understand how energies play out within your house systems. Okay, and then we have 1 and 10. So for the 10th house, any planet, if you have for example, look at what planets are you have in the 10th house, and you can utilize some of that energy. Okay, what sign and planets you have in the 10th house, and that is some energy that you can utilize. And then going back to the first house, we have anything related to the self. So being first or being the best in any field, stepping into energy of stepping into a leadership field, self-employment, pioneer, right? Self-directed career, work that potentially leads to fame. You know, working alone as well. These are all energies that can be very, very, very significant as well. You know, I have a Jupiter first house with Pisces there, so there's a lot of leadership energy, being the best in my field, and things of that nature. I'm giving you guys real, tangible examples, okay? And if you guys are looking for a personal, one-to-one astrological reading or an in-depth life breakdown, such as like that, where we utilize tarot as well, then you guys can feel free to book that down below, okay? We have a flat rate fee for our readings, and you'll see them in the description box, okay? Let's get into it, guys. And if this, I'm going to put off to the side. Look at that. King again. King again. King again. You're giving grand support to something. To someone's opportunity, to a love connection. You're giving grand support to your areas of fulfillment. You're showing up for yourself. I like it. I like it. Okay. I like it. But first, I want to read co-creation, and then I want to get into the past, because Memazine, so this card came out for someone as well. Memazine. I just don't know who she came out for. But co-creation is interesting because Spider Woman. I want to get into that. Let's go. 49. Okay, Spider Woman co-creation and power message from the rich red earth. The Navarro goddess Spider Woman rises up to help you weave your dreams into the fabric of reality. She is here to remind you that your vision of the form of your desire is not as important as its essence. Knowing why you want to create something, what motivates you, what inspires you, and what beauty you're dreaming to bring to life is the key at this time. Your collective dream is being manifested by the co-creative relationship between your imagination and the universe. So call to the best within you and weave your world into being with intentionality and humility. Remember that you can't control the form. Accept life on life's terms. When the goddess Spider Woman appears, she heralds the creation of a most beautiful dream that springs to life as if by magic. Stay with it. We need your dream to be added to the web of all creation. Pisces, I don't know what you're doing, but like we need it. I don't know. It's sick though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're doing. The world need it. You know what I'm saying? Collective, Piscean 12th house, and things of that nature, the subconscious. Guys, the world need it. So whatever you're looking to bring into being right now is the best time to bring it into being. The call is now. I'm getting judgment energy as well. Okay. alignment message for you is you must be accountable for your creations, especially when you discover they are not truly reflective of your authentic desires or reveal they belong to only your ego. It's not enough to turn your back and hope they will go away. Okay. You must become accountable for your creations. Yeah, for sure. We're always creating, guys, for sure. You got to be consciously aware of what you're bringing into fruition. Okay? Especially when you discover they are not truly reflective of your authentic desires or reveal they belong to only your ego. So you create things for the ego, not for the sake of your authentic desire. Guys, remember to stay authentic to your true desires of the world, and remember that your ego can get very strong. Don't continue to inflate your ego, but stay true to your true path and your true desire, steadfast, okay? It's not enough to turn your back and hope they will go away. If you have hurt someone else, you must repair the break. If you have manifested something you're not prepared to commit to, be humble and release it. If you have manifested something you're not prepared to commit to, be humble and release it. The form is rarely the same as you imagined, and you can always begin again by calling on Spider Woman's powers of wisdom and co-creation for help. Sometimes you might get caught up in the strands of the web itself, only following the one you think is sparkling and matches your wants. This fosters the illusion of separation. Spider Woman offers you the alignment task of recalibrating your position. Okay, there you go, guys. Pen to paper, right? Spider Woman offers you the alignment task of recalibrating your position. With her help, you can move out of seeing separation everywhere to seeing the truth that all life is interconnected and sacred. Okay, I like that. So there's some sort of duality going on from the ego and your authentic, spirit and things of that nature, authentic desire, your authentic will and what you're here for and what your purpose. Okay. It talks about right here getting caught up in the strands of the web itself. And this talks about getting caught up in the hiccups of creation. Okay, so if you guys are one that to be very creative, to tap into your creative abilities and things of that nature, don't just overthink or worry about the creation itself, but like getting the creation done, finished, and putting it out there as a reflective of who you are. Okay, there is a energy of perfection that like it's perfectly imperfect, okay? And you have to kind of get the grips of understanding that nothing is going to be perfect in the reality. You're always progressing and you're always going to get better, especially when you're constantly creating consistently. You're going to improve, okay? But you can't utilize your way of improving on not putting out what you have created, okay? Especially when it's for the sake of the soul and really authentic, okay? You can't just do things for the sake of the ego because you think, oh, that thing is not cool, or oh, that doesn't look the right way or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Why did you do it though? You had your reasoning behind it, and that reasoning is important to be brought to the world. Spider Woman offers you the alignment task of recalibrating your position. Okay, reconsider where you are and reconsider where you wish to be in the future and right now. Okay, what what lifestyle do you want? Right, what relationships are in alignment that you want to create? Do you want to cultivate? Do you want to maintain? What creations do you want to bring to the world? And what people, places, and things are in alignment to those creations? Okay. And we're going to get into Memazine because Memazine we seen that actually came out for someone as well. I'm not. Wow, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to try to put in the timestamps if I can, guys, but this card came out for someone as well. You may want to watch that reading as well with the past position. I think Mutable, was it Taurus? Nah. I don't want to say anything, guys, that I'm not 100% on, but you can watch them. You can check out like the Taurus reading Yes, I'm almost thinking Taurus, Pisces. So check out the Taurus reading. You may want to watch that, okay? Or send it over. You may have Pisces placement or something like that. A Taurus placement in your chart here, Pisces. Maybe utilizing the Taurus energy, but there's something of the past as well that you are coming into completion about, okay? Kind of ending a cycle in some way, shape, or form. Mimazine, the past, okay? And Pisces, as a water sign, you're connected to like I said, the water element is the energy of consciousness in itself as well, right? Water plays out differently in different atmospheres, just like air. Air is a form of water, okay? It's different. It's an element playing out in different shapes and forms. We give it a different title, okay? So with that being said, the past is connected to your water element, okay? This is a natural thing, a natural nature that you have, okay? So it's important to not get so stuck within the past, but understand or like understand and be motivated from the past to cultivate your a conscious living, a conscious future for yourself, okay? So this right here, the empowerment message, we start off as: there are certain moments within your personal history that hold great treasure for you now. Oh wow, that's fire. There are certain moments within your personal history that hold great treasure for you now. When you examine when you examine your memories, which are the domain of the Greek goddess Min, empowered wisdom is revealed. The lessons you find are like sacred talismans contained within your past, like fossils in amber. Right now, you can trust your instincts that if something brings to mind your past, it is indeed a kernel of the old in the new. This is the amazing opportunity to make informed choices and do things differently. The goddess has another powerful message for you. There are many choice points in life where you have the power to make beautiful changes and become more creative, empowered, and alive. Yes, sometimes memories that live in the cells of your body will trigger palpable fear. Yes, okay, so there's one thing that's important for you here, Pisces, is that yes, okay, your memories reside in your body, and it's important not to hold on to destructive memories or hurtful memories that may manifest as physical discrepancies, physical illness, or discomfort, okay, or dis-ease, okay. Because we store a lot with memory. We store a lot with our memory and through our emotions, okay? And emotions will manifest as illness sometimes, if especially if they're bad emotions, they're disharmonious with our body and our cells. Guys, remember that we talk and our cells listen to our thoughts and our feelings all the time, constantly. So if we're not feeding it the right feelings and cultivating the right, like if we're not cultivating the right emotions, the right feelings for ourselves that we want to, that are in alignment, and we're not thinking and speaking to our body in the highest regard, then we are disregarding it and degrading it, okay? Remember that health is the most powerful thing. If you can speak to your body and build that connection, build that healthy connection, that healthy relationship with your body, with yourself, to talk with your body, to feel empowered, to get grounded, to go into nature, right? To spend this time, there's a lot of power and a lot of strength there, especially in terms of stress relief, and letting go of heavy emotion and past memory and past baggage, guys, okay? This is why life feels like it gets harder as we age, because we carry things with us as we age instead of learning to let them go and actually moving forward with the cycles of life, okay? But you can move beyond your past to discover new territories and a new vision of freedom will come to you. You won't see the past the same anymore, as wisdom replaces numb acceptance. The memories will change because you've changed. This freedom is gained by willingness and curiosity. Relationships become rich with potential, and all your natural choices will no longer fall into old patterns that are not serving you. The goddess Mamazine wants you to experience this miracle. And I kind of like that, because as I was reading that, I came to thought myself, where it says, The memories will change because you've changed. I don't know who got that before, but it didn't click. It didn't hit like that. How it's as it's hitting with you, Pisces. As it resonates because I have like an experience about myself that I'm not gonna get too deep into, but just to get into a short story quick, like I seen this play out in my personal life as well. Understanding the past, okay, and understanding the difference of perception of the past when you change as an individual, okay? There's a lot that I shifted in terms of mental reframing. Like my mindset shifted so much when I shifted myself. Like how I even looked at my relationships completely changed. I looked at relationships like the most empowering thing, like a great lesson for me, without regret, without disregard, I valued them. And it's funny because other individuals who may not make certain changes in their life, they don't see that change of perception towards the relationship because they don't take the value, they don't extract the value of the relationship. They was in it for their own desire and not for the value of building rapport and building relationships with people and connecting genuinely human to human, or not even that, but soul to soul. Okay, so it's very interesting because the way I perceive even previous relationships is very positive, but some people may not have that perception of previous relationships based upon them not being able to change their own perception of their own life. And that is their own limitation. And that has nothing to do with you, and you can't hold that. You can't hold on to that baggage. If someone doesn't see the value in what you've done and how you carried yourself within the relationship, that's their own perception. That's the limitation that they have and keep within themselves. That's out of your control. So that's a level of acceptance and surrender. Okay? We're going to get into the alignment message. I know this reading's getting a little long. It's an extensive for you, but I think it's very important to do this with this whole spring season, the solstice. We had the eclipse energy. I've seen a lot of death the last month. It's been a huge reset from the end of Pisces season coming into Aries and things of that nature, with this eclipse energy. So it's definitely letting me know, you know what and how we want to be clear during these cycles. This is definitely a read, and some insights over the next. I would save this video and keep it for like the next even. I would definitely say 4 to 6 months that follows this full moon in Libra. Okay, so this is a reading that when we have the new moon in Libra, you'll want to double back on. So this October, okay, 2025, you're gonna see this energy that follows the worry, not worry because you've changed your understanding, you going through the transformation, right? A change in action, overcoming with patience, your ways of overthinking certain things. Like it's all gonna play out within the next 6 months, 2 weeks and 6 months that follows. 2 weeks to 6 months that follows, okay? Because this full moon, we're not we like like this is something that the cycles play out every 6 months, the new and the full. Okay, so with this new moon, there's a lot that you're releasing, a lot that's being shun on. When we see the new moon in Libra, we're going to be planting seeds towards these things that were being illuminated in our life. Okay, let's get into the alignment message before we head out. Our stories can hold us hostage to a past that no longer serves us. The goddess of memories, Memazine, reminds you that running away from painful memories and pretending that wrongs haven't been committed does nothing to help you truly find meaning and purpose. Running away from painful memories and pretending that wrongs haven't been committed does nothing to help you truly find meaning and purpose. Guys, I could say that 1,000 times. Your alignment task is to stop, pen to paper. Your alignment task is to stop and take inventory of the past. Stop and take inventory of the past and the stories that keep you tied to it and defined by it. She calls you to be rigorously honest about the areas in your life where you have been wounded, as well as where you have wounded others. Dig deep to uncover your unconscious biases, triggers, and triggers. Know that it may be a messy experience as you surrender to the truth that you can't control the outcome or other people's reactions when you are ready to make real shifts. The world is changing, and to be a part of its glory, and to be a part of its glorious unfolding, you are being invited to do this deep work. Miracles are waiting for you once you set yourself free. Allow your memories of the past to lead you to the truth. Transformation comes with a price. Leaving some of your old self behind isn't easy, but it is necessary to become the one you have been waiting for. Summon your courage. The goddess Memazine will help you. You will rise up from this mess, and only beauty and strength will remain. I like that because that's a fact. Leaving some of the old self behind isn't easy, but it is necessary to become the one you have been waiting for. Guys, that is the sacrifice of all, and it's understanding there's parts of yourself that no longer serve you that you need to let go of, and that in the journey of all is likely the most difficult aspect of that. Okay, turn the studio light on here as we end out, and it's likely the most difficult aspect, that we deal with, and that's okay. It's that's the sacrifice of it all. Is understanding, who you were and where you're going, where you came from, and understanding where you're headed. Okay, that's the shift. That's the real shift. And real shifts and real changes aren't easy. But guys, spirituality without your ability to control your reality is simply vanity. You don't need to watch these readings for merely entertainment, right? If you're not getting insights and insight to actually shift into your desired reality through these videos, then I have nothing else to provide for you, So always remember that actions are important, and how you show up for yourself is just as important. Okay, guys? So with that being said, I'll catch you guys soon. It's a long one. It's an extensive. If you guys like it, drop a comment down below, Pisces. I'll see y'all soon.